Graham.
Look, we have special needs.
We have special needs.
Look,
Hey, you know we're live, right?
Hello.
Say something
Hi.
else in your captioner.
It's in the captioner.
Hey,
Death to
I
the
don't know what you're
oppressor.
talking about. I've been in Roll20 the whole time.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Apparently, we are
Hello,
getting
everybody.
our Roll20 started.
We are professionals.
Welcome. We're professionals. Well, we were doing our shaking off and reminding our darling players to get on Roll20 for some more music. We'll do a quick go around while people tell us who they are playing. And then Graham, who is once again luminescent, is going to shine his light on us by recapping last week's game. Oh, much better. Thank you. Less bright. Let's go for my Zoom
Dark
left.
mode.
So we'll start with Paris, played by Lady Dame.
Oh, hi. I'm Lady Dame, and I play the world's sweetest tiefling ever named Pris. She likes to sing songs and make friends with people.
You do it the nice, organic way. Thank you. Kai.
Hi, I'm Swapper. I'm playing Kai. They do not like to sing songs, and they don't like murder trees.
I'm sorry, I was super distracted by Wild smushing his cat's cheeks together, but Bobby.
Oh, Welby. Yes, that's me. Yes,
Technically,
hi.
yes.
I'm Wild. I'll be playing Welby. Welby is everyone's favorite, the savior of towns and slayer of giants. Yes, yes.
Yep, all true. Graham.
Hi, everyone. I'm Graham. I play Sam. He's a healer and an adventurer in training.
It's all
That's
true.
all I've got.
It is, but it's all true.
All right. So I know some of you.
Adventurer in training.
Adventurer in training. I mean,
collect-
really, I'm a full-fledged adventurer, just training myself to be a better adventurer.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. So I heard people want to recap.
Please.
All right. Yo, listen up, it's all about how the Uncaged anthology gone and went down. These level 1 bebs got lost in the wood. A triad started burying bodies in her neighborhood. Two Harpies up the mountain started causing trouble. With them in the mix, our danger was double. They wore 2 crowns made of cherry for a party in combat. Our situation was hairy. Oh shoot, I screwed that up. We removed the crown. The Dryads to blame, manipulate the party. What was her name? So we blew the coop, rolled down the hill. Didn't tumble down, we ain't no Jack and Jill. Strode up, all heroic, ready to fight. Then the tree popped out with corpses. Oh, heck, that's right.
Wonderful, Graham. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I shan't be doing that again.
Shan't? Oh, we were
Shan't.
kind of hoping to make this like a weekly thing.
Oof, I don't know if I can commit to that.
I mean, you're already here.
No. Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll have.
Yeah.
But yes, indeed, you broke the mind control on your new Harpy friends. Discovered you never did ask the Dryad's name that you're dealing with, but the Harpies, having been forced to murder humans over the course of many years, would very much like, well, both revenge and for the Dryad to never do this to anyone else ever again. And you're all bravely storming down the mountain on a very safe, easy to travel path that somehow was missed on your way up. There was an attempt at talking strategy. The Harpies were blessed in Samander's light and basically just charged into the clearing where this Dryad and her tree live. The tree got up, pulled its roots out of the ground. You saw that in its roots are many tangled, dead bodies, all human. And I think we can start this particular session with rolling initiative.
Rolling initiative, you say?
That is what I said,
Oh.
yes.
That's
Oh,
a 7.
well. Hey, I didn't roll in that one this time. Woo!
I'm just gonna let the Harpies go together because they're adorable and married and they'll act together anyway.
Can you add bless to an initiative roll? I don't remember.
Does it say skill checks or does it say attack rolls and saves?
I don't know. First time casting it. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw.
Yeah, then neither, because
Okay,
initiative
so
is a
no
skill check.
initiative.
I rolled a 16.
Ooh, Welby on a 16. Anyone higher than Welby?
Oh yeah, I rolled a 22.
Ooh, Pris, nice. So Pris at 22. I need to roll for my Dryad. Now look at her stats. There she is. Wow, that is a terrible dex modifier. So Welby on a 16. And then someone whose name you don't know. And then my Harpy buddies. Anyone around 14-ish?
I got a 12.
Oh, it's around 14-ish. 7, 12. And Kai, I heard a 7.
That is correct.
Right, let's just write down the 7 then.
It sounds so disappointed.
I am a little disappointed, but that's okay. You're new at this, or at least your character is. Alright. Let me just fix the music real quick, because for some reason Roll20 is being unpleasant.
Whoa.
Oh, holy shit! That is not what I meant when
my
I said fix it!
That got
Jesus.
hardcore real fast.
What is wrong with this thing? Yeah. Anyway, with that nice spike of adrenaline, Pris, you're actually up first.
Of course I am.
The druid
all right.
is currently not somewhere you can see
I can't see the dryad.
her. No. You can see the tree.
Okay. Well, that changes things, doesn't it?
You heard her shout at the Harpies as they were screeching and flying at her, so you have heard her. You don't currently see her.
I would like, if I can, to hold, I look around hurriedly, but, I would like to hold Bane for when I see her.
Okay.
And then, I would like to, and then after that, I will just shout out to Kai, Kai, be safe, and cast Bardic, give him an inspiration.
That's a d6 at this level, right?
That's a d6, yes.
Alright, beautiful. Holding Bane for when you see the Dryad.
Yes.
Check. Bobby.
So the dryad is currently hidden.
You don't see her. If you want to spend an action looking for her, you can.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
That is a perception, is that right? That is it's a 14 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
With a 16 total.
16 total. So she's still... You don't see her as the Dryad you met when she gave you your little quest to go deal with the angry Harpies, which was, a ruse to get you thrown off a cliff and die at the foot of a tree. She is part of her tree. She is half melded into its bark at this moment.
Okay, then Welby just from how
She's
far?
pretty high up. She's like not in the trunk of the tree, but where the branches start going out to the side, sort of heading the tree, like a tree centaur almost.
Like, how high up would they be?
Oof, how tall did I say this tree was? A pretty big tree. 20-foot-ish. Yeah, 20-foot-ish.
Okay, so then Welby is just gonna look up and then be like, "Hey, Dryad person, is everything okay? Is there anything you need to talk about before this?"
Okay, so you're trying to have a chat with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She shouts back in common. I try not to shout on stream because, you know, people's ears. But she basically shouts back, I can't believe you let my beasts go free. I must deal with them. As she keeps her gaze focused on the harpies that are flying towards her.
I'm pretty sure that's all my actions, so I'm not gonna do much more.
No movement?
I'm not gonna move closer now.
I'm just checking. That makes it my Dryad's turn. You burned all the crowns, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then we're gonna start with a nice bonus action. You see her raise her hands that look considerably more like tree branches than they did the first time you met her. The tree itself also just looks a little more gross and rotten. And as she raises her hands, she shouts a word in a language none of you understand. I checked. And there's this rain of cherry blossom petals that sort of go out from the tree in this large area as they flutter down towards all of you.
I'm sorry, do we see her now?
I think you would at least see the movement that would clue you in where she is. The harpies get covered in petals. How close was the front one of your little group?
I think that would probably have been Sam because he just blessed to them. So he had to be within 30 feet of them.
Okay, you're not currently covered in petals, but they're definitely drifting towards you. And
Okay.
do I get the save against Bane?
Charisma save.
Charisma save. Do you target a creature or an area with Bane?
It's a creature that I can see.
And do you target one creature?
That's the only one I know about.
Okay. Well, otherwise it would be, you can do her and the tree, basically.
Oh.
I'll give you, you're smart enough to figure out the tree's bad news.
Okay.
That's fair.
Then yes, absolutely, sure. The tree too.
I mean, you're a smart adventurer. You figure out the tree is a problem.
She's not good at a lot of things, but Pris is smart.
Look, it's a walking tree. It's bound to be problematic.
Yes.
Considering the amount of corpse it has in its roots. Let's look. Oh, wow. Wisdom, right?
Charisma.
Charisma. Oh, my tree is very acharismatic.
Weird.
It's
So
terrible.
strange.
So strange. So my tree, with the modifier, has a 0.
Perfect.
Oh no!
So the tree is
I rolled
big.
a 2 for a -2. So the tree is indeed baned.
Negative D4.
Woo,
Yep.
woo.
My darling Dryad, however, rolls better and has a lot higher charisma, like
Yeah, it's a
ridiculous amounts of charisma. So she has a 22.
Well, yeah, that's gonna save.
That's gonna save. So the tree is baned. What does your bane look like?
Oh, that's a good question. the Pris just gets a very what is his voice? Pris just gets a very angry look on her face. And just shrieks out one singular high note.
Nicely discordant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Does the bane look like anything when it takes hold of your target, or is it just that they have short ears?
Their ears are probably ringing a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Great. My poor baned tree.
I mean, as insofar as a tree has ears, but you know.
Yeah, no, I'm just if you know, I'm sure if you can kill, you can hear in some cases, especially when it's about creepy blood trees. So
Might be a little
your
sap
bane went
coming out of
off
one of the
because
holes.
you saw the dryad, but the tree still gets a turn. So it's gonna move forward. Oh my god, it's so slow. It moves forward its entire 20 feet. Can't even reach a harpy. My tree is going to dash for another 20 feet. Well, 10, because then we get to a harpy. And then I don't get to slam them anymore, so that's already its entire turn. Conveniently putting itself in range with the harpies, who are up next. So that's the downside of running NPCs in combat. There's a lot of, watch me play with my toys. So Brilla misses, unfortunately, with her claw.
She does have bless.
Yeah, even if I roll a 4 on the d4, this is gonna be a miss. That was a very bad roll.
Oh.
But your bless might help her wife. It does, actually. It turns it from a miss into a hit. As she claws, like at the part where like the dryad and the tree meet, trying to go for a nice combo strike there with those incredibly creepy. They're kind of like bad chicken feet. That doesn't sound as scary, but if you've ever properly looked at a chicken's feet, it's just horrendous. Ta-da. 4. Oh, nice. 7 slashing damage. You're assuming they're screaming obscenities because that's just the tone of voice they're using. I don't think any of you necessarily speak Harpy. Sam, it's your turn.
I have
Alright.
a comprehend languages on.
Alright, you're learning a lot of swear words.
Oh wait, didn't I?
I think it was last time.
Yeah, it's probably gone.
I think it was before you went to sleep.
Yeah, because we took a long rest.
That's
You
right.
had a long rest and then
So it
they've been
disappeared.
speaking to you in common.
Alright, so I don't know what they're saying.
No, but tone of voice suggests it's not nice things.
So you said there were like the cherry petals hanging in the air, right? Or coming towards me?
Yeah.
Would it be possible to move my movement speed to be within 15 feet of the tree and then get some of the cherry blossoms in the air with like a, I don't know, like a burning hands?
Yeah,
Cone?
Burning Hands is a nice area of effect. You can go.
Yeah, so Sam sees these petals and goes, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!" and starts running to the right and gets about 15 feet distance of the tree and presses their thumbs together, and their thumbs kind of glow with like a warm light, and they kind of pull it apart, and a thin line, like a thread of bright flaming energy kind of form between them and grow, and it forms this maybe like foot of fire, and he just pulls his hands apart and it just spreads out in a cone from him.
You've been looking forward to it so much.
Yeah, I have. I need the tree to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, my tree is going to do amazing at dodging. That's what trees are known for. Oh, I I rolled an 18, so that makes it a 16.
That will save, I believe.
But
yeah,
the tree is
it's a
Bane,
dex
so I get a
13.
minus d4 if I remember correctly. Chris? Let's see what that
You
does.
do
for
get a
me.
minus d4.
That brings me down to a 13.
You beat it, because you meet it. Alright, so he takes half damage. So that is 11, 13, half of 13, so 6 fire damage.
From a tree.
For the tree.
From a tree. Alrighty. Noted.
But any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried are burned.
Mm-hmm. So you singe a large number of the petals.
Awesome.
Alright. Kai.
First of all, they're going to look very confused at the tree, and they're like, "That's not what a tree's supposed to look like." And look even more confused as
judgmental.
there's this. Yeah, they are. And there's this sound of a hawk screeching, as from somewhere there descends a spectral hawk. I believe we now have advantage on attack rolls in 60 feet. So that's good. And then they're going to throw a knife of ice at the tree first.
Tree first. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Make an attack.
I
roll.
don't like it when you say it like that.
You don't like it when I
that
say
is-
anything anyway, because you're completely paranoid about everything I might throw at you.
I'm
And
not
you should
wrong.
be.
That's a 13.
Meets beats.
Okay. So that's 1d10 of piercing damage. 8 piercing damage. And then the knife explodes in a explosion.
Alright.
I would like a dexterity saving throw, please, from anybody within a 5-foot sphere.
Yeah, I have to do math. Yeah. Right. Well, the harpies are fortunately actually pretty dexterous, so we'll see how they do.
Could I, if the tree is like 20 foot high, can I aim to not get the harpies?
Yes, but then you also don't get the bonus on the dryad.
Yeah, okay, fuck the harpies.
So the harpies again roll absolutely terribly. I might ask one of you to start rolling for them because they both fail. And the dryad, being partly melded into a tree, actually has disadvantage. Better than this. And ends up with a. Do I have a bonus somewhere? 13.
Okay. Anybody
Did
didn't
they make the saves with
succeed?
their bless?
I rolled a 2 and a 5,
Oh yeah, that's not gonna help them.
and they have a +1. So I mean, I can roll it, but still gonna suck. I'm gonna put like they're really pretty, and they just came from a Kickstarter, but these are going into dice jail because previously they rolled a 2 and a 3. So they're just gonna go. They're just gonna go away for a little while.
Yeah. Well, anybody who doesn't succeed takes 9 points of cold damage. Anybody who does just doesn't.
All right. So the the dryad doesn't. Voila. And the harpies do. Oh, I'm so sorry, my darlings. He didn't mean it. They didn't mean it. The knife doesn't seem to be as impactful for harming the tree as it would a more, what's the word, fleshy being.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And for my movement, I would like to get up or get all up in the tree's faces. I don't know, roots.
Birds.
Whatever.
All right. Excellent.
That's-
Once you get closer, the stench is amazingly unpleasant. It's just rot. It's just decay. But you're right up in there. There's like this arm dangling from one of the corpses that apparently broke the wrong way when it got thrown off a cliff that sort of brushes by your face as you're getting in there. But you're definitely in melee range.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That brings us back to Pris.
Make sure I'm unmuted. Wonderful. Let's see. Because I would have been gotten up within 30 feet of the tree and the dryad in order to cast
assumed.
the beam the last time. Let's see. What else can I do? Still looking angry and a little upset.
Like how a murder spree and mental slavery and forced murder gets you a little upset. Pris is just the chillest person.
How dare they hurt my friends like this? And her eyes sort of glow a little like Pris's eyes are sort of always a little soft looking, and they sort of turn completely black, and you hear this a sort of series of curses come out of her mouth. Perhaps in like a language that, unless you speak Infernal, you probably don't know.
Her fathers would be appalled.
Yes. Probably
Absolutely appalled.
Yeah. Well, something I used to hear, I feel it's coming from somewhere. And as I cast Dissonant Whispers on the Dryad.
All right. What kind of save is that?
That's a wisdom save.
That is pretty good. But I'm pretty sure the Bane's gonna undo this.
I don't think the Dryad is Bane.
Oh no, the Dryad wasn't Bane, she just got the tree. You're right.
Yep.
I should read my own notes. In that case, I have an 18.
That didn't work. Although, I think they do take half damage still. Thank
good.
goodness.
Yep.
Which I could have rolled. 6. 9 points, or so, half of 9.
Okay.
Of psychic damage.
Yep.
And then I look over at Sam and sing to Sam specifically. Right between the eyes, quite about that blow they felt this morning. Fate gave them no warning. Great was their surprise. As I give him an inspiration as well.
Excellent. All right. Any further movement?
I will probably take a wee step back.
Just a bit. Just a bit back.
Yep.
All right. Welby. You're muted. Hello.
Hi. So I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but is the Dryad hostile towards me?
Towards you? She hasn't taken any hostile action towards you. She's currently busy trying to rip the Harpies apart. She's definitely not your friend, but she doesn't seem particularly interested in you. You're currently your background noise.
Good enough. So I'm gonna slowly start walking up.
You already heard not friends. This is
What?
you're not friends with her. That's probably all Welby needs.
Yeah. So then it's like, can't we just sit down and talk? Can't we all just get along? And cast friends on
Friends.
Friends on themselves directed towards the Dryad, which would just give me advantage next time.
Yeah, next time you make a check with her.
And that's my turn.
Beautiful. That means it's her turn. She casts a spell on herself. as she fully emerges from her tree. That is both her action and her movement. So she's just gonna use her tree to make a full slam attack on Brilla. Aim for the most annoying harpy. Oh, that is really good. I'm sorry. I also it does. I mean, it's a strength-based attack. It hits really hard. I think Brilla might be going down.
Did we apply Bane, or would it not matter?
I rolled a 19 to make it 25.
Bane's only on the tree. It's not on the dryad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the tree was the one slamming.
The tree is slamming.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But still, I mean,
A 19's gonna hit regardless.
A 19's gonna hit a little harpy. Yeah. Oh no, that's. I mean, it's 3d6. Brilla's tough. She might be okay.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, Graham.
What did the Trent say when he slammed on a harpy?
No, Graham. What did the train
Get
say?
stumped on, fool!
I'm glad you're making light of this terrible moment where the NPC mare named is going to probably go down.
So do you have the opposite of inspiration?
Yeah.
Viewer D inspiration.
Disgust.
Brilla lives. She takes a fuck ton of damage. You basically see these big branches of the cherry tree just sort of like full-on Harry Potter Whomping Willow against a flying harpy that gets partly slammed into the ground after this attack. Making it the harpy's turn. Yeah. Brilla's gonna scramble up and back a little because ow. Yeah, that hurt. Byra, on the other hand, is just even angrier. Shouts back towards your group in common. Focus on the dryad and the tree will die as well. And just makes a full attack. We're just going claw club this time. She really hates this dryad. Oh, that is a 19 and a 15, making it excellent. Both hit. She's just watching her wife get knocked to the ground by this dryad, has clearly very severely pissed her off to the point where I actually don't have enough D4s right now. Another one. Just first raking at the dryad's eyes with her claw and then reaching back with her arm and just taking this great big club to her shoulder. Dealing a total of 11 points of damage. Yeah. And she's just gonna hover there. She's not flying away. She's like trying to block the dryad's sight away from you and Brilla. Mainly Brilla, but you're also there, so you're getting the benefit, even though you're not married to her. And that makes it Sam's turn again.
I've got 2 words. Guiding Bolt.
Alrighty.
That is with my inspiration from Pris, a 18 targeted at the Dryad.
And that
You
will
also
hit.
have advantage if you want to go for crit.
Why do I have advantage?
There's a hawk spirit flying around here.
Oh, heck yeah! Might as well.
Use that hawk!
Well, that one's a little worse, so we'll go with the first roll.
Any healers watching the battle, by the way? Brilla is bleeding, has broken ribs, probably a collapsed lung. Like, out of character, she's at 4 hit points.
Yeah, but she's flying away.
She's, crawling / flying.
Yeah,
away,
I figured she took like the disengage action and went straight up.
Yeah, she did.
Her
She just
movement. So she'll be okay. The tree can't reach her.
Mm-hmm. The tree has reach.
Okay, so that is 7, 9, 15 radiant damage on the Dryad.
15 radiant damage on the Dryad. Nice. I can do math. This is fine. There we go. Beautiful.
And how far away is she from me?
Well, she moved her tree forward quite a bit, so I'd say within 15, maybe even 10 feet, depending on if you want like the roots or if you want to go all mathematical and calculate the angle at which she is up in the tree.
Yeah, I don't
You're
think I
starting
can
to
reach her with a
smell
dagger and
dead
a death.
people, basically.
Yeah, I think I'll stay where I am for now. I'm still
Okay.
within like 15 feet of the tree, so it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm cool
It's
here.
fine. It's cool.
I got nothing left.
Yeah.
The good
Alright.
old god tank is run dry.
These things happen. At some point, your god is like, really? At some point, you have to fix things for yourself. You don't even know what deity is helping you, so maybe, say a little prayer. Ask for them by name. Send some flowers. Alrighty, Kai.
Watching Brilla fly away, they will just shout after, "Combat! We need your help!" And I'm going to cast Healing Word. Fuck, can anybody tell me how many d4s that was, please? One,
For a healing
two?
word,
Yeah.
2d4.
it is a
Right.
whopping total of... It is 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Thank you. That is in total a whopping 4 hit points that she regains.
I mean,
Nice.
that doubled her hit points.
It's fine. Okay, we'll look a bit bummed out at that and then turn around and just try to whack the giant in the face with their shillelagh stuff.
Right. Spoiler alert, the tree is not very hard to hit. It's very large and slow.
The dryad.
You have to go up a little for the Dryad.
I have movement, if that's
Okay.
possible at all. Okay.
Right. Okay, so up in the tree you go.
Yes, I do. So that is 12 plus...
And you do have advantage on hitting the Dryad from the guiding bolt.
16.
And
I-
his spirit.
All the advantage.
Yeah,
that is
sadly
in
it all
total
counts
16.
once.
So is a walking tree difficult terrain?
I mean, I'm considering the next time the tree moves, everyone's probably gonna have to make dexterity throws just to hold on.
It's fine. Yeah, that's
but
a
you're
16 to hit.
a 16 to hit.
Let's see.
She cast Barskin on herself last turn.
Fuck. Alright.
Dryads with Barkskin are fun.
They are.
Did you
they
use your
have
inspiration that you got?
I have not. I have the feeling I need that for later when I'm going to get fucked.
I mean, a good offense is the best defense or something like that, right? I don't know. Do what you want. It's your character.
1d8.
D6.
No, for the damage. Like that. That's what
Oh,
we're going
that's what
for.
your melee does?
1d8 damage.
Fair. No, that is fair. I see your point. Level 2 is fun, isn't it? Chris, it's your turn. Muted.
I know.
Just checking.
It was the oh snap. I was not prepared. I was entranced by other things. Are any of my friends hurting at the moment? None of them.
Just
the
the harpy.
harpies. Just the harpy. Okay.
Like if the harpy hadn't been there, he would have the tree would have targeted one of your friends. So the harpy technically soaked 29 points of damage for you.
Thanks, harpy.
That sounds like an instant death.
Sure does.
Sounds like you need backup characters, or just kill the dryad. Things.
Or just hurt the dryad. I'm so glad I have, defensive or like offensive spells. It's really great.
I mean, when I let you level up in between arcs, you probably should have been suspicious.
I know. All right. Welby, anything you can do to help would be great at this moment. Welby gets an inspiration, and I am going to. I may regret this a lot. Can I run up to the dryad?
Yes, actually.
Great. I'm gonna stab the dryad with my dagger.
All right, stab
Because
it with
she's
the dagger.
She's been hurting my friends. It's great. Slash my new friends, the Harpies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a 21 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits.
And oh, that's 5 points of damage.
Yeah, great. Piercing?
Not bad. For yes.
Is your weapon magical?
No. It's just a dagger.
I mean, that's fair. She's starting to look a little rougher. You know, there's some splinters and some pus and some oozing and blackness. It's fine.
That was max damage on the dagger.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to
And
ignore-
I think I probably used all my movement to get to the dryad.
Yeah,
so-
it was a fair way up.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
So,
It's
Welby, you have cast friends on yourself to reason with this beautiful tree creature.
Yes. So I'm gonna try to persuade them. I'm like, please stop. You're all hurting each other. Can't we just talk this out? What do I roll for persuasion?
I mean, you're begging, so it's not even intimidation.
No, it's persuade.
It's just persuasion. Just persuasion.
And I have advantage. Oh, that's a 15. And let's use my inspiration. What do you get for inspiration? Is that D4 or D6?
D6.
Oh, okay.
D6.
Try to use my inspiration. Ooh. So that makes it a 21.
Yeah. So you're trying to reason with this creature that is utterly insane. And as you shout your words at her, you just hear this mad cackle that seems to be echoing not just from the dryad, but from the very tree and its roots itself. You even see some of the corpses making this big grin as even the dead are mocking your attempts.
Well, if anybody could have done it, it would have been Welby, but you know.
Well, that's fun.
It's fine.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I guess I'll. Everyone seems to be climbing the tree, so I'll join them.
Okay. That makes it both my dryad and my tree's turn again. So the tree's just going to cover absolutely everyone in petals as bonus. And then... Yeah, no, the Harpies are still the main target, so she's gonna aim for Camu. Or at least the tree is gonna aim. I think Bane might be the saving grace here. And the tree misses the Harpy because of the Bane. By 1! Well done. Well done.
They live for another turn.
Yeah, so pretty much everyone is in the tree at this point, right? Pretty much
Welby
everyone.
and
Just
Sam are not.
Sam's the only one who isn't. Let's see how large of an area I can do. Beautiful. So those of you closest to the Dryad, the tree itself, even though it looks all gross and stuff, suddenly seems to be showing all this new growth. There's like flowers sprouting and very supple. Well, they look like branches, but they turn out to be vines as she casts Entangle on everyone in the tree. So you're all restrained. Unless you make a strength saving throw for me. And pass. Pass would be good. Look, you clearly want to be close to her. She's obliging you.
Strength? What?
Strength.
Oh.
Sorry about it. Actually, I lie. I'm not sorry about any of this.
7. I know. Which brings me down to 6, and I won't even try inspiration. It's just not worth it.
I seem to remember this entire group is not the greatest at strength saving throws, which is why I like Entangle.
That's a 16.
Another week
A
or so.
16, you pass. You're not restrained. Kai's restrained. Pris, do I need to ask? How restrained are you? Very?
You do still have bless for your saving throw.
Yes,
I
you could-
don't think I don't think I was blessed, was I?
No, it was Kai and
No.
the 2 harpies.
Right. Well, that's a 5.
So you're restrained.
Yeah, that would bring me up to a 10, which, you know,
Still
if
not
I use
enough.
inspiration...
Oh, maybe if you roll real good on that d6.
Can you give me a tiny second, because I would like to look up restraint? As a condition, since I cannot remember off the fuck of me what the fuck it does. This is fine.
This is fine. Everything's going fine.
Everything's fine.
What are you talking about? Restraint.
I mean, Welby's fine.
Welby's fine.
Welby's
This
fine.
is fine, actually. Yeah, no.
You're
that's-
good with being restrained?
I'm good with being restrained in general.
Excellent. Hang on, let me just turn that music down a little. Roll20's being very finicky today. Can't seem to stay with a nice consistent volume or anything. Alrighty, so that's Matree, who missed because of Bane. Dryad, who liked to cast Entangle. Petals are on everyone. By the way, the petals are landing on everyone, and they're not falling off, even though you would expect them like fall off your shoulders and stuff. They're like sticking a little. They're very pretty, and they're the only part of the tree that still smells good. So you all smell like cherry blossoms right now. Which brings me to the Harpies. There's one actively flying away, popping a potion. 'Cause 8 hit points just isn't a lot. Alright. That is not enough to rejoin the fight. Camo, on the other hand, is still really just going for this freaking Dryad. Actually, how does your eagle spirit work? Would it give the Harpy advantage? Is she an ally?
It's an attack roll, and yes, she is an ally. So
Oh, she should have had advantage all along.
I assume you're rolling with advantage. My
Oh,
apologies,
it's
I'll
fine.
Be more. I will be
Honestly,
more cautious.
considering I rolled a 3 and a 5 last time, advantage wouldn't have helped me anyway. However, with this one hits, so the claw hits, and then we have the club. Big swing. Ooh, and the advantage makes it a critical.
Ooh.
Excellent. Alright, so first, full attack with the club. That's terrible. This is fine. There. But then the club happens, which is really great and big and heavy. And she's just aiming. Like, last time she aimed a little for the shoulder, going for more like a debilitating strike. No longer. She's just going full side of the head, where usually the little soft spot is. Oh, that's a lot of 4s. And, ooh, this might be enough. Let me look up the modifier. I do feel bad for an NPC getting the killing blow, but at the same time, considering what she did to these Harpies, they've earned them. That is a death blow. That is a giant club turning a dryad's head into mushy firewood, basically. As the dryad dies and is swearing in some fey language you don't quite understand. Although, Welby, it seems faintly familiar to you. The tree just halts. It stops in the position it was in, so the roots are still largely above ground. All the dead are still caught in it. They're no longer smiling, though. They're peacefully dead. And the tree just instantly goes from beautiful rosy cherry petals to dead. The petals wither away. And everything goes very quiet. Apart from Barya, Kamu, who is, I don't think there's a nice way to say this. She's still hitting the dryad's corpse. She's not ending the assault. She's still just wailing on what is left of this dryad.
I would like to, if I can reach out to touch her shoulder.
She doesn't really seem to notice you're there.
It's over. She's gone.
She
can't hurt you anymore.
With like one clawed hand still covering the head of this dryad.
It's okay.
Where's Brilla? Brilla got hit really bad.
It's okay. I think she's okay. I can help.
She sort of throws this dryad corpse out of this dead tree and flies off to look for Brilla.
I'm gonna take a moment and try to get these cherry blossoms off me.
Yeah, they're pretty sticky. It's like a one at a time kind of.
I've got time.
Yeah. That's fair. Gamu's found Brilla and is just sort of uselessly trying to stop the bleeding. Just, they're not the best at the whole medicine healing thing, but at least they're together and the dryad's dead, so there's that.
I mean, I'm a healer. I could totally help heal people. I don't need magic to heal people.
Sam, would you? They did so much for us.
I mean, I can try. They're kind of in the air.
No, they've landed a little ways away. Brilla can barely still fly, and if you're approaching them, you hear this very labored breathing, where the tree slammed her, like most of her chest is like caved in.
Ooh, all right. So I will reach into my bag and I'll start pulling out some of my medical supplies that I have from my training. Like, I have scalpel, actual scalpel, not
a dagger pretending to be a scalpel.
I've got like some bandages, some splints, probably like a poultice made out of herbs that I got from the woods with Kai on like a venture before Midsummer's Eve. Do you mind? Oh gosh. Oh shit. That doesn't look good. Do you mind if I help? I know a lot about medicine and.
Talk less, do more.
Okay. All right. You've got this, Sam. This is being an adventurer and a healer. You can do this. I like to make a medicine check.
I was about to suggest you probably make a medicine check.
Would you say it's with advantage?
I was going to say, if you have a healer's kit and you have some training, you get advantage.
Okay.
Kai, what were you?
I was going to ask if I can aid.
But
for flavor. Kai's trying
yeah.
to help, like giving instruments, picking out the right herbs and so.
All right, skills. Ooh, I have a +5. So that's an 18 medicine.
All right. So with an 18, the most urgent thing, like stopping the bleeding and helping to fix that collapsed lung is perfectly doable, and at least she can breathe. and the tree keeper going long enough to fully heal eventually. It might take a little long for them to get back to their nest tonight, but they'll get there.
As Sam is working on her, I'll just stroke her head and sing, "Oh, sweet and lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good," and cast Healing Word.
Alrighty.
Which
How
is
much
going
do
to
you
be
heal?
good question. Oh, 6.
Alright, she's back to like a third of her hit points. She'll be okay.
Okay.
She'll make it home tonight. While you're doing this, Camu's just hovering. You know those. Sure, if this was apparent to be a helicopter parent, and they're just fuzzing over each other. They're not very interested in any of you at this point in time.
I'll back off.
Yeah, once I've finished kind of bandaging them up and getting the critical things done, I would probably wander over to the Dryad. Or what's left.
Wander
the
over to
Dryad.
the
That's what I was gonna be.
room.
I was gonna be looking at the bodies in the tree and trying to see if I can get them out. And
With a fair amount of like hacking,
yeah,
yes. You'd have to cut through some of the tree roots.
yeah, and even the Dryad's in the tree, right? Or is
no,
pulled out?
No, she sort of grabbed the corpse and tossed it down before flying off to Brilla. Like, just chucked it to the ground. So that's currently there seems to be a lot of mold growing over the Dryad's corpse more rapidly than you'd normally expect.
Alright, well, Whelpy would go up to the Dryad's corpse and cast Prestidigitation and do the same to all the bodies in the tree.
It works really well for the bodies in the tree roots. It does not work very well on the Dryad's corpse. Like, as soon as you prestidigitate the mold and stuff off, as soon as you stop casting the spell, it regrows. But for the human corpses that she was hoarding, that works. There's a range of decomposition. Some of the deeper buried ones are more like skeletons, whereas Milbert Mibberton is nearly fresh.
Yeah, well, Whelpy's just going along and, just mournfully looking at each one and trying to make them look more restful and peaceful.
Yep. We're wandering around for a little bit.
Yeah, I think Sam, after the medicine, would just help Whelpy in silence. Like, whether it's cutting the roots and, like, getting the bodies off of it. Would Whelpy be, like, burying them, or just kind of sprucing them up a bit? Get it.
If any of them were the ones that could easily be taken out, and if the ground was soft enough, they'd probably, I don't know if they'd be a full burial, but just, at least placing them into the earth. Just...
Sam would definitely help then.
At one point, Brilla, considering all the healing, still leaning on Camu, will also walk over to the Dryad's corpse and just sort of sink one of her talons into her head and make it go. or what was left of it. And then heads towards where Pris is, and just goes, "Look, not very good with words, but I'm pretty sure I'm looking for thank you."
You're welcome.
Um,
I mean, you all did both of you did most of the work. We just helped where
well,
we could.
you helped me back up, and whatever that glowing thing was, that was very impressive.
I don't know. I've never seen it before, but it was pretty cool.
We know Nilal promised you some magical ring to deal with us because she promised it to everyone who went up the mountain, and it isn't there. We want to give you something anyway.
Oh,
And now that she's no longer here, we don't really need it. And she just sort of really awkwardly hands you this clear spindle. We used to use it to keep going, but, you know, now it can just be the two of us again, and we can just keep each other going. So maybe it will help you in your travels.
thank you. That's very generous of you. I'm just glad you can be free again.
Thank
And
you.
I'm admittedly a little sad, like, about what would make... I know I've read that fey creatures like this one can be capricious and dangerous, but I just can't imagine what would drive a fey creature to be like this.
Well, she told us the story since we were never going anywhere anyway. It was a lot of wallowing in self-pity. She is a fey creature that fell in love with a mortal. So they bound her to a tree to punish her. In her case, her mortal was human. And her grand scheme for feeding humans to that tree, well, we thought it was just revenge, but she's been talking to some very dark fae spirits over the years. She wanted revenge on the high fae who imprisoned her, but also on humanity. So she just tried to escape. Somehow she thought that life energy siphoned into her tree would allow her to escape. I'm not sure if that was her idea, or if it was some dark creature that whispered it to her, but she had a lot of decades to go very unhinged, and clearly she did.
That just makes me even sadder that maybe she could have been saved once.
Long before you were born, if that was the case.
Probably.
Anyway, we're not sure if we're going to keep living here or look for, like, a different nest. We chose this place because we love it here, but a lot of bad things have happened, so we'll stay for a little while, and what your friends are doing is good. We'll try and clean up and kind of make sure she's actually dead. For real, permanently. And otherwise we'll just move on. I don't know how long you want to keep in this area, but considering the kind of creatures that gave her advice, maybe don't stay around too long. They might still be here. They might have seen what happened.
Well, we should probably get moving. I didn't realize the words were this dangerous. I thought...
So for regular travelers, there's regular dangers. And then for people who have seen or interacted with our kind, there's something about you. The Fae can also tell. You're very noticeable at this point in time. Which might not be a bad thing, but sure to keep life interesting. Just, you know, don't think you're regular people on a walk in the park. That's not going to be true for a long time.
Us hurt?
Hmm?
Is anybody of us hurt? Visibly?
I'm fine. What about you, Welby?
I don't know, everyone still seems hurt, even though it's all over.
Wait, I ain't getting better in like 2 days, so...
No, not physically, just, you know, inside.
What were you expecting the murder droid to... I don't know, what were you thinking?
I don't know. I wanted to know why she was hurting. Maybe we could have helped.
Like I just explained to your friends, the time to help her was well before you were born.
Do I still have my flint and tinder, like, in my bag?
Unless you misplaced them somewhere, I would assume you do.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'm
actually,
gonna
hang
start...
on, let me check. There were a lot of failed watch checks last time.
Just a few. I don't know what you're talking
I was
about.
asleep the whole
Was
time
great.
in the tent.
Yeah. Yeah, pick a small item that's missing from your bag.
Okay, well, I know it's not my locket, because I couldn't have cast spells otherwise.
No, you keep your locket.
Okay, what do I even have? Maybe my vestments?
Okay. So as you're looking for your flint and tinder, you notice those are gone, but your flint and tinder remain. I can warn the others. There's something small missing from your stuff. Please pick one item to remove. And let me know what it is.
So my inventory consists of a quarterstaff, a hunting trap, and a fucking wooden amulet. That's it.
And is the wooden amulet your focus?
Yes.
How large is your hunting trap?
A hunting trap, you know, like...
Yeah, but we're talking bear or bunny?
We're talking like foxes.
Foxes. Okay. No personal items? No comb, soap?
Not really.
We kind of started bare bones on these characters.
I realized who I asked as soon as I asked it of you.
Excuse me.
Alright, let's make a little creep here. There's a piece of your hair missing. Like a lock has noticeably been cut.
Well, that's not foreboding at all.
Thanks. Well, do you want to keep going, or do you want to have a rest? I mean,
Well,
we just
I
have
think...
one, but, you know.
Wait. I just noticed I'm missing some stuff in my bag.
You are?
Yeah, I had an additional set of clothing that seems to have gone missing. I think we should burn the Dryad. And then I'll turn to Welby, almost as if an afterthought. Welby, sometimes stories have sad endings. And then I'm just gonna move over to the body.
You're gonna burn what's left of it?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm probably gonna break off as much of the tree as I can to try to like burn as well.
Fair. It actually burns better now than when it was still awakened. It was an awakened tree, not an actual Gulfius tree, though she was getting close. She was trying to make one.
As I'm breaking this tree, are there any inscriptions or anything of note within the hollow that the Dryad had been in?
Do you read Sylvan?
I don't, but I speak Elfin.
Alright, so you see partly in familiar script, but not quite words you can make out, just large carved words into the sides of this tree.
Okay. I will take a piece of parchment from my journal.
Okay.
And with some of the charcoal from this fire, I'm gonna do a rubbing of the inscriptions on the piece of paper.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check to see how accurately you copy these things.
That is a... Let's see, what's my intelligence? It's a +2. That's a 17.
Okay. So you make a very excellent copy of this writing.
Awesome. And I will just pocket that for later. And I'll take, like in a small pouch, I'll take like a twig with like 3 of the cherry blossoms. I'm just going to put it in, like as a sample.
Okay.
Did we see Sam do that?
Are you being secretive about this?
No,
Okay.
Sam would not be secretive.
Sam, I might be able to help read that, maybe, if you give me a little bit.
Oh, yeah, of course. I speak a lot of languages, but unfortunately that is not one.
I've read a lot, but I think if I focus, and so maybe if I focus on it long enough, I'll be able to understand it. It's not one that I was taught, but...
Wait, couldn't Welby communicate with the Harpies the other day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
That's right.
Welby, do you think you could read this?
Maybe if I try hard.
And I'll point out the inscriptions.
And I will take 10 minutes to comprehend languages.
Okay. You take 10 minutes to comprehend languages, and at the end of your dedicated focus, you read basically the scribblings of a mad person. There's some names that keep repeating. Specifically, Nico is everywhere, as well as the words blue tongue.
Blue tongue?
Yes. And just a lot of make them bleed, take their life, be free.
Oh, this is...
What does it say?
It's disturbing. It's angry and violent. But there's a couple of strange words that seem to be repeated. A Nico and a blue tongue. I don't know what that means. Most of it is just violent and angry.
Would I have any knowledge of these names or any references?
Nico sounds as a fairly standard human name.
Mm-hmm.
Blue tongue, I don't think that means anything to you.
Okay.
Do I read the same thing when I'm looking at it?
Can you read Sylvan, or are you using Eyes of the Runekeeper?
I have comprehend languages.
Alright, you read the same thing.
Does
Would
it-
I recognize Blue Tongue? Or would I, like, have read about it somewhere?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Does it make me think of anything in particular?
It really does.
What specifically does it say about Blue Tongue?
Blue tongue seems to be the creature that imprisoned her. There's a lot of, like, you're summarizing that from the amount of vile hatred and there's just a lot of graphic details about things she'd like to do to Blue Tongue should she ever get her little dryady hands on them.
Yeah, so what is I don't think she liked the Blue Tongue person.
Well, I don't know who that blue tongue person is.
Never heard of
Kai,
it before.
Kai, do you happen to know anyone named Blue Tongue?
I was just standing here trying to wait until you got your reading done. No, I don't. I assume I don't.
No, you don't.
I feel like I've seen a Blue Tongue before. But
I mean,
Wait,
if
what?
you choke somebody enough.
You've seen a blue... Was it a medical condition?
well, you'd have to ask them, maybe.
I'm sorry. You've talked to this Blue Tongue before?
I think so. Maybe.
And that's where we'll take our break. You can explain what you did, and when you did it, and who you did it with. Or you come back from our little commercial break. Let it sink in.
Now.
Da da da.
Won our second fight. 2-0. 2-0.
Our second find seemed less dire than our first one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because we were better prepared.
And because one harpy took a killing blow that would have perma-killed one of your characters.
Yes. I mean, we did have.
If it did 29 damage, I would have been one shy of permadeath.
Yeah. I rolled a
29
bunch of
is
sixes
permadeath.
and a 1, so if that one hadn't been a 1...
I believe I actually would have still been alive and kicking if I had taken that one.
I would definitely not have been.
The harpy went, well, they have 38 to start with, but they already had some cold damage, weirdly enough.
I told them to keep away, but they just didn't listen. So.
Look, friendly fire just happens to be a thing in D&D.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
so-
mean, just wait until I get Fireball.
I cannot wait,
Yeah.
literally.
Me
Let's
neither. Just give it to
say-
me now at level 2.
How about no? How about we're realistically going to say we never make it in 10 minutes and just take 15?
Seems like a plan.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
See you back in 15 minutes, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Welcome to our Patreon.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech wetbed are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, open for adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you pandemonium.
So excited.
Hey. And we're back.
Good hello, darling friends. So, last we left off, a whole 15 minutes ago, Welby was about to talk to the party.
I mean, it could be someone different, but the person I got my beans from was, my seeds from had a blue tongue. So, maybe that's the person in the tree, that's mentioned on the tree.
I'm sorry, are we talking the person with the murder plans?
I do believe we are.
I don't think
Well-
there were murder plans. They're just misunderstood.
Welby, where did you meet
Right.
this individual? I don't think you've ever told us that.
No, I said I went walking into the woods and I found them. And I asked them if they had any seeds for sale, and they said sure, and just signed this piece of paper and they're yours.
I always thought you got them from a farmer or something. I didn't.
I mean, aren't there farmers in the woods?
No.
And their own farms.
I mean, and the farmer in the story didn't get seeds from a farmer, so it didn't seem that weird.
I suppose when you put it like that,
I mean, it's not just farmers who sell seeds.
no.
Who else
That's
sells seeds?
Did you find them
apparently
in
a
the market?
dark fey creature sells seeds, which sort of explains a little bit, in
Yeah.
retrospect.
You think they were fae?
I mean, if
Or
we're
he's
putting
just a
stories
really fucked up
together,
farmer.
Well, either Faye, they weren't necessarily having your best interests at heart, I think.
I mean, they gave me seeds that grew real fast, like I asked
They
for.
gave you seeds that turned into monsters that attacked the town that could have killed people.
And they did that.
Yeah. Maybe I just didn't grow them right. I mean,
Pretty sure you get them right.
I'm
Like,
pretty
if we're
sure
looking
you...
at this, the thing that they do seems to be murder plans, so I'm glad they stuck to their methods. Why am I suddenly Irish?
I mean, Maybe it's not the plant's fault. Maybe they're just trying to go home and the town was in the way.
Welby, can I ask you something?
We stupid. Sorry.
That's not a nice word.
No, you couldn't have known that they would have done that. I mean,
Why do you always
mean-
assume that you did something wrong to cause other things to do wrong?
I mean, isn't that why everyone's
Doesn't it?
always mad?
Some things in life do bad because they like doing it. Whether you did something or not is inconsequential, and honestly, it's not even important. You shouldn't blame yourself and assume you do wrong first.
So I can do what I want and it's never wrong.
No. No.
It's about your intentions. If you're trying to do good, then you can say that at the end of the day you tried to do
As long
good.
as I try to do good, I'm never wrong. Okay.
But you can still try to do good and make a poor decision
But it's never
That-
wrong.
that can end up being wrong.
doesn't make you a bad person though. If you try, as long as you're trying to do good. But
What are we trying to do right now? Are we trying
I
to
don't
define life and what's right and wrong? Don't bother.
This
It's not a thing. They do it, and in the end, it comes out in a way it does.
Well,
they-
I'm going to burn the dryad.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Do we want to find the
Um,
blue person?
I think it would be
don't.
better if we don't.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe we need a little more information so that we don't go into a conversation or a situation.
Very well.
So we don't sign contracts we
prepared?
don't read.
What?
You didn't read the contract. You didn't know anything that it said.
What contract?
You said you signed a contract with
No,
this.
I said I signed a paper.
You signed a. You put your signature on a piece of paper that
Yeah.
it had writing on it.
Maybe.
Okay,
Does
so that's maybe a contract. Might be.
when
And very important that we look up more information about and find out as much about what happened.
So I've always been told that you should always try to see the best in people.
Who told you
Absolutely,
that?
but it's good to read everything also all the time.
hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
That's a good.
How,
That's-
how,
that's a
how do you,
good thing.
how do you do that?
By assuming that they're terrible, and then being pleasantly surprised when they're not.
That doesn't sound
I
like...
don't
Boy, you
know
know
if I
it's
agree
not.
with that, Sam. But
I mean, if I go into doing surgery and I say, oh, worst case scenario, they die. If they don't die by the end, I can say, good job, Sam, you saved them.
Wait, you think people die when you do surgery?
There's really only three outcomes, I suppose. One, they don't do the surgery. Two, they die. Or three, the surgery works and they're fine.
I feel like that's awfully pessimistic, though, going in. You want to a situation, if you go into a situation with an open heart and the confidence, then with the belief that people are good, they might respond. I find that people respond better, but I can also see wanting to prepare for the worst in terms of being able to protect yourself too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I've had enough disappointment in my life. I was like, I'll be a wizard. And then I can't be a wizard.
Did you try hard enough?
but you
So
can do
sorry.
magic.
But I can... Am I a wizard?
I don't know.
My mother is the only wizard I know, so I mean, possibly I'm...
I guess
Well,
we all
isn't
do
that
magic a
too-
little bit.
Going back to the previous thing, if somebody's run at you with a pitchfork, I don't think it's gonna do you any good to be like, oh no, you won't stab me, and then you're like, no, down and be like, oh, you stabbed me. That's
I feel like that's just analyzing the situation. But if they don't have a pitchfork in your hand, it's probably better to not get defensive with them.
I have a pitchfork.
You have. That's right.
Oh,
You do
no.
have a pitchfork. I just have my little pen.
as a middle ground you can take without being always wrong or always right or dead.
What?
3 options. Just like Sam said.
The rule of 3 is a very good one.
Yeah.
But
But what were the 3 options? Dead, not dead, and
And you just walk away. It's pack your bags and go away.
can you walk away from your own life?
I mean, I suppose we kind of did that with Athenwen. We kind of packed our stuff
Didn't
and
walk
left.
away.
I'm still alive.
We quite literally walked away.
I mean, I with every intention of returning.
yeah, I told them I was coming back, and they were very happy.
Were they?
I think that's a
I'm gonna
little
have to
bit of
roll
a
a
stretch
perception
there,
check
will be,
on
but
this. Were they actually happy that dear? No. Nope. That's a 19 plus whatever my insight score is.
it's going well. It's going really well.
Well, I'm going to go burn that dryad now. This has been a riveting talk, and I feel like we have been treading water for a while and still are sinking. So I'm going to do that.
And the next time I see
not the only one.
the blue tongue person, I'll tell them that what they did was bad.
I think if you see the blue tongue person, you shouldn't talk to them.
Yeah.
What if I see them when I sleep?
Ask them
Just-
their name.
Do you see them when you sleep?
Do dreams count?
I don't know. Sometimes dreams can be very vivid.
Yeah. If it's just a dream, I'm sure it's nothing.
I'm sure it's fine.
Because usually if I'm not eating in my dream, then it's not a real dream. Because what's the point of dreaming if you're not eating?
I'm going to go and burn the dryad now. Sam, do you want to help me?
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I was getting a headache.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard maybe you're just hungry. I've got mushrooms.
Oh, don't worry. I already have one of those mushrooms.
The
Oh,
dryad body
don't,
goes
don't let it
fine.
go to waste. You're not supposed to waste food.
Gentle crackle of a very large bonfire starting as a dryad formerly known as Nilal catches fire and slowly but surely burns to ash.
This is really sinister music.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know
But
what
not
your
unlike
problem
that was satisfying.
Oh yes. I mean something about burning things, just cathartic.
You're not getting fireball
Can I
at
give
level 2.
Sam a very side Clancy?
Burning hands. I'm cool. Cool.
Alright, Chris, is there anything you'd like to be doing at this point in time?
I would like to be plucking any remaining cherry blossom petals off of anybody who still has them on them.
Oh, smart.
Out of their
There was-
hair.
Okay, that takes a while.
Yep.
But smart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Kai, you've got one right here. Just 1 second. Hold on. Let me grab. Okay, got it.
What, here? Oh,
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
Uh-huh.
These fucking things are everywhere, so glitter.
They are.
They're actually like down blouses and stuff as well, so maybe you can't get all of them right now, but there's
Every time I reach up into my big hair which is very voluminous. I find another one. Anyway, that's what I'm doing.
Alright, so everybody good to go.
I think Welby's just gonna look at the bonfire and be like, she was angry when she died. She was angry when we met her, so hopefully now she's not angry anymore.
I don't think she is.
I don't think she is. Hopefully, in her final moments, she was at peace.
Didn't she get
I mean,
clobbered
she's-
by Harpy?
Would you like to say a few words, Welby?
I think I just
To make you feel better?
Oh, she's a dryad, right? So, Welby's gonna take out his pot and make a mushroom circle around the bonfire. Be like, maybe this feels like home for her now.
Dryad and tree burned. 95% of petals removed. Mushroom circle around the bonfire. It's like noon, little afternoon.
We arrive. Oh no, sorry.
Well, daylight's burning, right? We should probably get back on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kay looks back on the burning bonfire and, looking at Welby, will say, goodbye, rest in peace in Sylvan.
The fire briefly flares up as you say this.
They look surprised.
Okay. You get back on the regular road. Heading to whatever village or town or inn is next on your path. Are you staying on the road?
Unless someone
I
calls
hope
for
so.
help off the road.
I don't see any reason to venture off the path.
This group just shouldn't. Period.
Your survival
Especially
check, you
not
really
right
shouldn't.
now.
Hang on, let me
With
just-
like 2 people have survival checks were done.
Yeah.
Y'all told Welby not to
Normal
look for the
shit.
blue tongue guy yet, so he's definitely not doing that.
Need to
Yeah.
do more research before we can talk to him.
All right. The rest of the day passes fairly uneventfully, unless there's anything any of you feel like you need to be doing.
No, I'll just be plucking away at my loot. Do, 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 do.
Okay. Nice little travel song.
I'll I'll eat the mushroom while we're walking.
Oh, word. Would you like to
Okay.
a charisma saving throw?
Okay, well, I have a flat +0 for that, so we'll see how
Alright,
This
that
before you
goes-
do, how
this-
far are you away from the group?
You're walking as
Uh,
a small group, right?
Definitely 30 feet away. I will follow the rule of 30 feet away.
You will follow the rule of mushroom
The rule
eating
of-
and step away from the group.
That is a 14.
Yeah, that is a failure.
Oof.
Let me just grab these D100s I have down here.
Oh no!
See what happens. Shall we?
Hey, you know, it's not a stream unless something bad happens, right?
I rolled a 99, so I have to scroll really far down. Hang on.
Oh gosh.
It's either really good or really bad when you roll
Yeah,
a
it's
99,
probably real
right?
bad. Just spontaneously combust. Sam became a god that day.
You feel
Oh, that
refreshed
just
and
happened.
restored. You instantaneously gain the benefit of a short rest.
Nothing happened.
You're perfectly fine.
Yay!
It's just a mushroom. It's just a really good mushroom that makes you feel really good. Like you suddenly don't notice so much as you've been walking for hours.
Wow, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that I saw you shoot a lightning bolt and transform into a half-goat, I would say these mushrooms are great. I'm never eating one again. How long have we been walking? I feel great!
Wait, I shot a lightning bolt?
At the end?
Yeah, remember that hole in the end with the lightning bolt? That was okay. Yeah, that was after.
We're not doing this right now. We are just going
I thought
to
that was just a
continue to move
sandwich.
on. We are not.
It was
Let's
like the world's best sandwich, and it made me see heaven.
How did the mushroom
told you
taste?
twice that you died.
The mushroom was just really nice, this rich, earthy tone, but very, almost with a sweet undertone.
Okay.
It was a very good mushroom.
Alright. Luckily, I'm not a mushroom type of person. I'll stick to my rations for the rest of the trip.
Thank you.
I was so close to rolling something so much more fun.
Was it a scroll of wish?
No.
Is that an option?
What's the instantaneous death option?
Look, if you want to find out all the options, you
I'm
gotta
not
eat
going
more
to eat.
mushrooms.
Nope. I tempted fate once, and fate said, "You get one freebie," and I'm gonna just take that freebie and go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, after you.
I was gonna say, as we're walking too, I will probably take out the spindle we got from the Harpies and just kind of look it over and see if there's anything that I can tell about it or ascertain.
Yeah. Do you have like detect magic or?
I have nothing.
Don't yell at me.
No, it's fine. I was projecting.
Let me look up a little more of the description of this pretty little thing.
And based on what they told me a little bit about it too, they said it was to keep going, but
Like I said, it's pretty much clear, a little see-through. Depending on how you're holding it, because you're holding this for pretty long, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure eventually you automatically attune to this. And it just sort of hovers up out of your hand and starts circling your head as it's an Ion Stone. Congratulations, you found your first Ion Stone.
What?
As it's sort of like dancing around your head, and people are eating mushrooms and like drinking water because you're walking for hours, you don't get thirsty or hungry.
What? Interesting.
But there's a small, clear spindle circling around your head. I'm pretty sure the rest of the group would notice this by the time it makes like its fourth lap or something.
Prince, you've got it's not a cherry blossom.
It's not. It's the Harpies gave it, well, to us, I thought, and I was just looking at it, and I mean, I feel kind of great now. But
I totally
strange.
I feel great as well.
All right.
Do you think it's the magic of the item?
Well, it's clearly a magical item. They said it was so that they used it to keep going.
I thought we weren't supposed to use unknown magic. Is that okay now?
I didn't try.
That's a good point, actually.
But,
I was just looking at it. I didn't try to do anything with it. I was just looking at it, and it
did a thing.
And now it's spinning.
Do you feel anything else?
I'm not hungry or
about to
thirsty.
shoot lightning out of your hands or something?
I try to shoot lightning out of my hands.
You do not succeed.
No. I would have aimed it like away from the groom.
Die.
There's a lot of like unwritten rules in this group. Like if you're gonna eat a mushroom, be 30 feet away from the party. If you're gonna try and shoot lightning, aim up and away.
Not at your mouth.
First
I mean,
escort NPC is gonna be so confused.
Don't let Welby scavenge.
Be careful with magic items. I
Yep.
think it's okay. I agree we shouldn't be using magic items without getting to know more about them, but I promise I wasn't trying to.
Is there a way to know what a magic item does?
Is high enough?
Is that knowledge I would know, knowing that my mother is a wizard?
Oh, you know your mother, like, if there was if she wanted something a little more expensive than the household budget would allow, she'd set up shop for a week casting Identify for people.
Okay.
But
Well,
she really, it's really dumb work, so it wasn't something she did regularly. She'd rather be studying.
Okay. I will, as we're walking, pull up my journal and I'll scribble a, doodle of the item, of the spindle.
Mm-hmm.
And next time we are in town that has, a post office or an ability to, a courier, I will send a picture of that to my mom. And say, what is this? Underlined!
A spindle, you dumbass.
Yeah, and it'll have notes asterisks that are spins around head. Doesn't know what it does.
Subject feels great.
Yes. Subject does not desire food or water. Good? Bad?
This item just makes you
Question mark?
Undead?
This item just makes you feel like you don't need it. In reality, you actually die.
It's that is my worry with any item. Is oh, you don't need food and water.
Oh, no.
You just feel like you don't need food and water.
Look, I make no remarks about how many cursed items I put in this campaign. But it's a number greater
That
than
is
0.
why so many of
It's a number greater than 0, but less than 30?
I already said I make no remarks. Do
Oh,
not
no.
try to trick me like this.
Okay, so I guess we're going mundane items for the rest of the campaign.
I think Welby's gonna be looking through his storybook. Actually, he's gonna turn to the back to see if there's any blank pages in his storybook.
Like 3 or 4 splash pages.
Does anyone have a pen I can borrow?
Sorry.
I do. Oh yes, of course I do.
Yay. Is it okay if I use it to try and make my own fairy tale or fable? I figured since we're on an adventure, right?
Yes, of course. I even have some paper somewhere. I think. Maybe not. But here, absolutely, you can have one of my pens.
I have some pages in my book, so I was just gonna write it in there.
Okay. I would love to read a story that you wrote, Welby. I'm sure it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe I should do the same thing.
it's gonna be the best fairy tale.
Yeah.
But again, you're burning daylight. It's getting dusk, darky.
Are there any towns in sight or smoke coming up from chimneys that we can see on the horizon? Alright, well once it gets close to dusk or sunset, I will set up the tent.
I would like to help set up the tent since I remember from watching last time.
Thank you. On behalf of everyone who needs to sleep in that tent.
Welby's
I'll have you know I had severe blood loss last time.
Welby's gonna set up a nice little patch of ground to sleep on.
Beautiful. Alright. Can the people making camp either each roll a survival check or one of you roll with advantage?
Do you want me to roll with advantage?
Yes, please.
Alright, that's a 16 total.
Alright. It is a much better camp than last time.
I honestly feel like I don't need to prove myself. I already proved to Kai after breakfast yesterday. Wait, no, that was today.
Sure, you can set up a tent.
See? 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 They know.
It was easier than I thought. I mean, than what you made it look like last time. But
No,
just
it must have
watch
been the
you do
help.
it.
It must have been the help.
I
You
pick up
were-
things quickly.
A lot of bloodlust.
Maybe
So I'll
Chris is
take
just
first
there.
watch tonight because I feel rejuvenated.
Okay.
I'll take second.
Do you need a rest, Chris?
I can take third watch. That's fine. If you want to take watch with me, Wilby,
Sure.
you can.
I can't no one lets Welby watch alone.
You know why.
Of course I know why. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by your dedication to this.
Oh, the Blue Tongue Man. They told me not to speak to you, but I find that very rude. Oh, you want me to follow you into the woods? Okay. I wonder where this is going.
Oh, you have more beans? Of course I'll take those off your hands.
You want me to eat this? Why, thank you.
I'm not
How
saying
did you
that,
guess I was hungry?
I'm not saying
Guys,
that
where's
will
Will?
happen, but I'm not saying it won't happen.
Okay. So, first watch.
That would be me.
And I please have a perception check.
All right. Luckily, I have a +3 to perception
Yay.
for a 19.
A 19. Okay.
Nothing escapes these eyes today.
Today. That's a very important qualifier you've got right there.
Yep.
So, considering, nice foggy mountain town. Well, it's not even a town. Nice foggy mountain area. Lots of trees. Bit of mist. Not a lot seems to happen during your watch, but you do hear the wind is picking up substantially.
Like gale force winds or like winds that I should be worried about?
Winds that you're currently not worried about, but you might need to be in a few hours.
What direction is the wind coming from?
Northeast-ish.
Okay. So the way that we are going rather than the way we
Yes.
came from. So during my watch, I will go to... How far away would be like the outskirts of the trees? I assume the road is fairly close to the woods.
Oh yeah, no, the roads go through the woods, so
Okay.
if
So
you're
I'm just gonna
like,
pick
I
up...
don't know if you set up camp like in the middle of the road or like a little way off the road, if to not be completely rude. But then you're basically camping in between the trees. Like you clear
Okay.
some brush to put the tent up.
Okay, so I will make a wall of that brush and like stick the branches like stakes and then have like spruce branches to kind of
make them
cut down on
screen.
that wind. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Nothing else exciting happens during your watch.
I will wake up Kai.
Kai would already be awake. Or still be awake.
Oh, that's fair. I made a... Oh, I don't know the term. It's wind wall, a wall of wind. Nope.
Wait, what?
A windbreak! That's what I did. Wind's coming from the northeast. Should be badly.
Okay. Ah, shit. Is the tent...
I mean, you can look it
I'll-
over. I added the
I'm
wall.
gonna trust you with the tent, but if it flies away, I'm my fault.
I mean, I don't have to go to bed immediately. Do you want us to do something like put some wind cover over the top? Make sure branches don't
do you
fall on the
think
tent?
Do you think you did it right?
Yeah! I am certain I did it right.
Alright, and we can... I'll go to bed. If it gets worse, I'm gonna... stab it to the ground? I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I don't usually have a tent, so... Well,
That's
good
fair.
night.
Well, good night. I'm gonna just flop down and go to bed.
Kai, what is your, like, do you walk around, sit still?
I have something in particular planned, actually, which is since there's wind all around, and I assume there's like leaves rustling in the wind. There's snapping sounds all around, and the night is quite dark, which is fine because they can see through the night. But every so often, as they're pacing, there's this snapping sound. They turn around, it's just underbrush, and they're kind of swearing under their breath. It will be easier, fuck. Wait a minute, can I? And then there's suddenly this convulsion almost as their body shudders and they shrink down. This time, actually, into a mastiff. Just a dog. It's looking. It is the most confused-looking mastiff that currently exists. But after a while, it's just kind of. I don't know. Checks out.
Pretty chill.
And it
Hang on.
continues keeping watch, this time with advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or smell.
Sorry, I'm
Why
briefly had to
they
mute
can do
everything for barking dogs that aren't you.
There's no dog that isn't me.
What did you get? Sorry.
I will rely on hearing and smell, if that is fine. So I got a. That is not a d20, that's a d20. I got a 19 in total.
19.
I'm a professional.
You really are. So you have all this snapping undergrowth and this blowing wind. And the wind's picking up a little more and there's just the rustling of leaves. And at some point it's like it found this narrow like gorge or something to sort of whistle through. And at some point you're not sure if it's the wind or a scream. It sounds like it might just be the wind, but it might also be a female screaming. In the distance.
There's a lot of circle walking going on as they contemplate.
That's fair.
They have a
It doesn't
Tense.
repeat right now.
wake in. Okay. They won't wake anybody. Yeah. No, they don't wake anybody yet.
Sound-wise, you're not quite sure once or twice, but it's not some like persistent death scream somewhere nearby or anything. You're just not quite sure. If it isn't the wind, someone sounds to be in a lot of trouble. Roll me a quick intelligence check.
That is a surprising 17.
So, what you do notice the second time you hear this is that it sounds. The second time sounds too similar to the first time.
They walk to prison, persistently jab her with like a. I'm blanking on the word. A paw. That's it.
Snout! Use your snout! Snouts are great.
What?
No, they are dignified. No, they aren't.
You're a dog.
Oh! Bark, bark.
There's a dog in front of you.
What's that,
It is-
Lassie? Timmy fell down the well?
Oh! Where did you come from? Hello. Sort of pat this new dog's head.
There's a mastiff in front of you. Sort of snorfing at you,
Oh.
apparently.
Better.
The mastiff once again convulses and Kay returns in a very graphic display that by all rights probably should have heard, but doesn't seem like it does.
Oh, right. Two news. First of all, I can do this now. Second of all, there's a scream going on.
Okay. Sorry, just need a moment to process.
Yeah, it's I can't. Yeah, no, that's.
Well, it's a very nice.
It's not just dogs. I can do other stuff too. I think.
Really?
Yeah, not a lizard.
That seems like that would be really fun.
Yeah, it honestly kind of is.
I'm sorry, parsing out. One dog, Kai, can do that. I mean, I had thought that we talked about the one, but this is different. Anyway,
Do you need a
scream?
moment?
Yeah, I can scream.
So either it's wind or screaming, and it's been like this for 2 times, and I don't think wind sounds the same. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it was there while the wind was persisting, and then it stopped, and the wind was still persisting.
Yes.
Yeah, there was no change in the way the wind was blowing. It's weird.
Oh, well, should we see if we can find it? Should we wake the others?
I don't know. What do you say? So I would have just let it be. I don't think it's in our vicinity, but also I'm not the best on moral judgment questions.
If there's somebody that's in trouble, we should try to help them.
Yeah, I fear that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're all by themselves, and maybe they're hurt or they need help. We should. I mean, Sam can help heal people, and well, more of us are better.
All right. Everybody get up. I swear to the gods, if that's just somebody kind of banging their shin to us, I'm gonna strangle them.
What?
Sam, there's the murder going on or something.
I hop right up. That sounds like a call for someone who's an adventurer or trying to be one.
Right, then let's get going to bed.
I don't feel refreshed when it comes to magic, though.
No, did any of us get a long rest?
No, not the way to
I
watch
could have, but I didn't.
You could have, but you didn't. You stayed up. And Welby's still...
wanna
No,
waste
Welby's
one
waking up
save.
now as well, right?
Yeah, but as a warlock, I get my spells back on a short rest.
A short rest.
Well, you're the only one.
It's
What
Nice.
spells? You've only used friends. You don't even have Eldritch Blast.
That's not
Quick,
true.
Welby, cast comprehend languages at them! Show our prowess!
Look.
Hey, don't make.
We're sorry, Welby. You just made some choices.
It's a very brave choice, one that I will mock until my dying day.
That might be sooner than you think at this rate.
Wait, so
Hey,
so
you
Kai
know-
is,
Certain swap it.
so Kai is no longer a mastiff, right?
No.
No, they are not.
Oh.
Just in addition, they were a very gnarled-looking mastiff with like blackened fur and looked like they were through 5 thunderstorms at once.
I have a question. Do you think Welby would care?
Do not eat my character.
No, not to eat. What? Why would I eat it? No. I just want to pet the dog.
Why would Welby eat something? I don't know.
To pet you
But
and love
we
you and tell
are
you you're the
having a
bestest
game.
boy. Yes, you are.
bestest of good dogs.
How
Who's the
far off
bestest
did
little
the scream
mastiff?
sound?
Yeah, it was like over there somewhere.
Like, because we are in the mountains, right?
Yeah,
Does it-
mountain woods.
Okay.
Creepy dark black woods, like old German black woods, but a little more mountainous.
Does it seem like I'm over a mile off?
You haven't heard it.
Okay. Kai, how far away did they sound? If I'm going to run blindly into the night to save someone, I want to at least know the direction.
If I had to guess, I'd say
More than a mile away.
more than a mile away.
Then we should probably go to
Why
bed. By
did
the
I
time
wait?
By the time we get there, they're probably going to be dead.
Yeah, if it's something happening right now.
And I
Also
haven't heard a
just-
scream.
Yeah.
As
we
you're
can do-
talking about it, you hear it again, but it is again identical to the first 2 times.
Can I yell out, "Are you alright? Do you need assistance?"
Here, Terry, I'm gonna kick your ass.
You hear nothing but wind.
Nothing but wind.
I
will-
was looking for great sound effects, but they're all terrible once you actually play them, so I didn't. Yeah.
I would like to repeat what Sam said, but using thaumaturgy to amplify the sound.
Okay.
My voice can go up to 3 times as loud.
That's an impressive booming voice.
Mhm.
You hear no reply.
Okay,
Depending
can we
on-
now?
Well, depending on how long you wait around, everyone who's awake and looking out into the forest can roll me another perception check if you have.
Okay.
Perception.
Can I cast light as a cantrip?
Is this a hearing thing?
Sure.
It is not a hearing thing, nor is it a smell thing.
Sure
That's
hope it's
also
not
fun.
that dryad coming for revenge.
That would stole all your stuff.
Yeah. What is my perception? It's a
Yeah,
plus
4
16.
is great. So, Pris, you are a little busy.
Well, we got a 7.
7. Mhm.
That's plus 3. That is a 14.
14. And Kai?
16.
16. So, Kai, you're the first to notice.
That's it.
Like, Sam casts light, which basically just blinds Pris and Welby. We'll say you're a little bit in front of Sam and are thereby not blinded by their light cantrip. And you can see, really, like, the very edge of your vision in between all of these trees. Little light orbs.
Can you? Over there, there's a there's fuckery going on.
Do I see this fuckery?
No, I think you also blinded yourself with your light cantrip a little.
That's fair. Are they coming
They-
towards us?
Yeah.
They're moving, but it looks like they're both coming closer and moving further away. Like
I have
one,
no
like
idea
one
what to
moment,
do
Kai,
with
you
you.
get the feeling they're approaching, but then you blink and they seem to be back where they started.
Yeah, that seems about right. Hello? Right,
Wind's dying down a little.
I
unless you
will...
all murder us, right?
Um,
just gonna go back to bed. Good night.
Kai, what do you see?
Got a smooth watch. It's lights and they're being weird, they're coming closer and then they're not, and it's probably magic or something. Honestly, if it doesn't murder me in my sleep, I'm fine with it.
Maybe
Because
there's
it's obviously not somebody being murdered.
maybe
All
they're
right.
fairies.
I don't think they're fairies.
And even I have read enough or heard enough stories to tell you that going to the light in a dark night off the path is a really, really dumb idea.
Oh, absolutely, including running headlong into danger. That is also
Yeah.
something we did today that was terrifying, and quite frankly, I have not processed.
Are you gonna
You
wake
know-
up in the middle of the night screaming?
Yeah, I mean, I'll call out to these orbs in Elven, Dwarvish, Common, and what is my last language? I'll just say, can I help you?
Do you want me to try?
Oh, and Gnomish.
Well, now that you speak to them in no.
Hey, you never
What was
know.
No, hang
You
on,
never know.
Amish lights.
I'm checking. I'm checking. Hang on.
If it was just a scream, I would say we should go help, but I agree with that. Maybe not chasing and running towards the lights is probably the better solution.
Well, also they haven't replied, which means they may
What you said?
not
They
be.
sort of like slowly bob up and down.
What, they're doing something. So, say.
I bob my light up and down.
More
Like,
street lights.
Flash, 3 short dots, 3 long dashes, 3 short dots.
yes.
Alright, twice for no and once for yes. Are you dangerous? Can you do the entire language?
And remember,
Nice.
lying is against the law.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
if you're a cop, you have to tell me.
Exactly. I know my rights.
We have had the exact same thought.
Maybe he's like, are they trying to communicate with us?
Oh no.
I mean,
We're
yeah, they
trying to
blinked twice.
Then I think Welby's going to cast silent image of the same light and try to copy what they were doing.
Okay. Wait, choice was no, yeah? Okay, so they're not dangerous, I think.
I feel like anything that was dangerous would lie, though.
That's against the rules.
You're right, that is
no,
against
sorry.
the rules.
No, so I'll go on. I'm tired, alright?
Maybe they're hungry.
Do you need our help?
I think you're muted. Or you just didn't. We can't hear
Oh, I
you.
can't hear you.
We
I
can't hear you.
So it's not just me.
I can't hear you.
Wait, look at the caption.
I
What did
don't
you
think
say?
I touched
There you go.
anything.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
All right.
Zoom being rich again.
Yeah,
Classic Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
I didn't touch anything, and yet oh, it's gone. I said, do you want us to help you? They blink once.
Alright, good night. Everybody go back to bed. Oh, come on, we see much weirder shit than that.
Wait, is it Pris's watch?
It is.
And Welby.
Well,
Yes, was
Pris.
once right.
What? Wait,
Yes.
if it was my watch, wouldn't I have had a long rest then?
Yeah, because you
would've.
woke Pris up. Yeah.
You would have. Kai's the one
Okay.
who didn't go to sleep before their watch. You're right. Kai's the one who stayed up for some reason.
Okay.
No, you had a long rest. You're good.
Well, it was once yes or two no. Once
It
yes,
was
two
once
no.
yes. They said yes to do you need our help?
Oh fuck. Do you need it tonight?
Two of them blink once and one of them blinks no.
Well, that's ambiguous.
It's almost like they're not a hive mind.
So John.
Welby's gonna start walking towards
Okay.
them.
Well, Sam's gonna do a thing. How far away are they?
Well, what did you say?
Cannot cast fireball.
Welby is walking. What? Welby is walking towards the lights, copying the blink.
I will absolutely try to grab Welby and keep Welby from walking towards the lights.
Same.
Like,
What?
Actually,
it will be rough. It will not be a kind grab. It will be a what the hell do you think you're doing?
He said they needed help.
They said they needed help and they needed it tonight. Well, one of them said they needed it tonight.
How far away are they?
About 60 feet. Like you can barely see them because it's just shrubbery and trees, and they're sort of
Okay.
hovering behind all these trunks and branches.
Am I
I would like to go
familiar
closer.
with any creatures like this?
Can we not walk towards the creepy lights?
Whether through religion or through a history check or something.
Religion.
Okay. That's something I'm proficient at.
This is your god.
I worship the light.
Technically true.
Alright. That's a 16 plus 4 for a dirty 20.
Big dirty 20. heard of these or something similar. In general, lights like these are called will-o-wisps.
Okay.
Oh.
That are often bad news,
Okay.
but not always. Like a regular, like the normal will-o-wisps are generally very angry undead. These seem to be pretty chill. Sometimes a will-o-wisp isn't. Sometimes a will-o-wisp is like a soul that hasn't been able to move along after its death. And those are the ones that sometimes end up evil and murder people, and sometimes they don't.
Okay. Do you need help passing on?
They all blink once.
Okay.
I think the lights know where they need to go.
I will tell my companions about will-o-wisps. As much as you told me, just regurgitate that.
Mhm.
I don't think these are evil will-o-wisps. They seem to need passing on. Are your bodies close by, or whatever killed you?
There's a little doubt because close by to the dead
Yeah.
and to the living can be quite different things.
That's
so
fair.
after a fair amount of hesitation, 2 blink no, 1 blinks yes.
Okay.
Welby is gonna yell out, "Are you hungry? Do you want some food?"
They all
They're
blink
dead.
no.
Doesn't mean they
Welby,
don't want to eat.
the souls of the dead.
I heard that the dead eat too.
Well, alright. I will pull the torch out of my pack and hand it to whoever wants the torch. I'll cast
Welby will
light on my
take it.
staff. Or move the light onto my staff.
Sorry, out of game. Which one of us cannot see in the dark?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if it's 3 dead people, what killed him?
Did they say it was urgent?
Good
That it had to
question.
happen tonight?
Some of them did,
well,
some of them didn't.
Will you be
Are
here
they-
in the morning?
They all blink yes.
Okay.
Will we get attacked in the night?
Very long pause. And just sort of confused blinking like 4 or 5 times. They're like, the fuck do we know?
Okay, yeah, that's.
Okay.
They're
yeah,
not
that's-
clairvoyant, they're dead.
Alright,
That's
we're going
enough
to go bed.
ambiguity
We'll
for
help
me.
you in the morning. That seems to be the best plan. We had a big fight earlier today.
I'm so done.
Is that alright with you?
They blink yes.
Okay.
Can you warn us if anything's going to fuck us up in the night?
They blink yes.
And
I immediately go back down to the tent, cancel my light cantrip, and go to bed. Like,
Screw this,
Hey,
I'm
we'll do
out.
the same. Yeah.
hey, they said they'd warn us. They haven't attacked us yet. Worst case scenario, if they do attack us, I've turned undead.
Hey, worst case scenario, you wake up after they
Dead.
drain your life force.
No, worst case
Exactly.
scenario is you don't wake up.
I see that as a best case scenario.
Yeah.
At least then it will be over with.
Then I can have a real adventure.
You'll just wake up as a will-o-wisp and shadow the party in your light form.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Sam as the BBEG.
No will-o-wisp campaign. Come on, guys. Let's do it.
Who needs kobolds when you can be light?
Bzzz. Sorry.
Alright.
That's my idea.
Everyone goes to bed?
for
I'm
whoever
gonna
has
stay because
watch.
it was supposed to be my watch.
Welby's gonna watch
Um,
everyone go to bed and
Creepy.
Before I go to bed, I will look Welby dead in the eyes. Do not wander off without one of the 4 of us with you.
okay.
And I will not save you, Welby, if you do something stupid and wander off.
Welby won't wander off because he has to stay here and keep me company, right, Welby?
I need you to promise me.
Please?
Oh. Fine. I won't wander off without anybody.
Okay.
I didn't hear a I promise.
I promise.
Okay. I will go to bed. Before I go to bed. The will-o-wisps do not count as somebody. And then I go to bed. Sam is smart enough to know. He's got 5 siblings.
Like, as an afterthought, just... Oh. Nope!
Wait a minute. There's more.
Addendum. All right.
So what is Pris doing?
During this watch, I would like to keep an eye out, but also I would like to read one of the books that I brought with me.
Any
For
book in
both-
particular?
For both Welby and the Will o' the Wisps. It's the story of a little halfling girl who wandered into a strange cave or a hole in the ground after following like a fey creature, and when she got there, there were all sorts of strange creatures and talking birds and kings and queens.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah. Just, and they recited poetry, and there were, it was like a giant chessboard almost.
Wow.
And there were playing cards that talked. And I'm going to read that to kind of try and keep the Will o' the Wisps and Welby entertained.
The will of the wisps are wisps. Yeah. I always pick things to throw at you I can't actually pronounce. It's really great when you have an accent and a lisp. They do seem entertained.
And Welby's gonna be like, hey, Pris.
Yeah.
Come with me. I can't go without you.
No, we told them we'd wait until the morning. We shouldn't go without Sam and Kai.
What? No, I said I couldn't go without you, anyone.
That's true, but
I
we told them we'd help them in the morning.
I just want to say hi. But what if they're gone?
They said they would be here in the morning. We asked, and they said they would be.
You know, people always say that, and they never are.
Well, they're 60 feet away?
Yeah, pretty much.
What if we went like halfway closer? We don't go all the way to them, but what if we just went a little bit closer so that we can see them? Say hi and then come back.
Okay. I guess maybe they can hear the story better from there.
Yeah.
So you go up to 30 feet?
Yes.
Alright. Shockingly, as no one expects in my games, nothing horrendous happens to you.
Now that we're a little bit closer, do we get a better look at the lights?
They're still... They keep getting brighter and dimming, so they mess with your vision a fair amount because it's so dark here. Like, if they suddenly brighten, you see spots for a little bit, and if they dim, they're these little balls of light.
They're so
They're
pretty.
Kind of greenish, a little see-through. One suddenly vanishes and appears again a few dozen feet away, since they have invisibility at will.
Wilby's gonna use his prestidigitation to make, you know, faint music in the background to match how they're dancing around. Just
Cute.
gonna watch them.
Dance party. They do seem to appreciate the story. And in general, you know, not being entirely alone.
What funny creatures.
They're fun to look at.
I sort of will pluck at the lute a little bit to match what Welby's created, and sort of try to play along a little bit.
Okay. The night passes not entirely unpleasantly this way. Towards dawn, they start to fade out a little.
Oh, wait, stay. I thought you were going to stay for the morning.
You do see, it's not like during the night they suddenly went invisible at times. It's not quite like that this time. It's more like they're fading the more the sunlight touches them.
Oh.
They don't feel gone, like gone. But you can't see them around anymore.
Oh. Oh dear, this is going to make things harder.
I'm sure it's fine. That's what usually happens, you know. Things just disappear in the morning.
Well, we should wake up Sam and Kai then, and because we did tell them we would help them.
Yeah. I'm glad we at least got to play with them last night.
Me too. That was fun.
Alright. Should you just go wake them up then?
Right, you wake up, the voices of reason.
Oh, that was a good night's sleep, and I'm glad that everyone is here in one piece.
Who are relieved to see you all at camp,
Alive.
unharmed.
I would have sort of done a little bit of a bark in Kai's ear to wake him up. To wake them up.
I was already awake.
See, because you woke me up as.
It's funny when you're an actual dog.
Well, I can't do. Okay, I know, but I can't do that. So that's the best I got.
Yeah, well.
Do I see the will-o-wisps when I wake up? You're muted again.
Right here.
You're back again.
Yay!
Zoom is giving me some kind of existential crisis. Maybe I'm already dead and I just haven't been able to tell yet.
That was kind of very concerning comes from all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch The Haunting of the... never mind.
Do we,
Not yet.
Do we still see the will-o-wisps? No. Well...
They were fading.
Yeah,
Oh,
they disappeared last
no.
night.
Oh, well, it is getting bright out. I will take down the tent, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to lift the tarp of the tent over so it creates a shadow, and hopefully the will-o-wisps will fly underneath it, or the shade, so they can stand out.
Valiant effort and a very clever idea, but it doesn't work.
Well, I don't know where they went.
Disappointment.
So I
we
suppose our
still-
option is we wait until tonight to help them, or...
I really don't want to be that person, but we need to get going somewhere.
Well, can't we at least go to where we saw them and see if there's
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything
sure.
there?
But we can't wait till night. We need to get on with it.
Why are we in such a rush?
But
Kai
we do
starts-
only have rations enough to get to the next town.
We have mushrooms?
Yes.
Right, we do, but I Kai
How
has to
about-
be in
How
quickly.
about this? Perhaps we take 2 hours, and we will look around the area to see where the will-o-wisps might have gone.
Mhm.
After that, if we can't find them or we can't find where they may have gone, we will leave.
Okay.
That way we still
Yeah.
get several hours of travel, and we can say we attempted to help them.
Yeah. Also, maybe there are bodies. I'm becoming Irish again. Also, maybe there are bodies around. I think I could try to find those.
That sounds like a great idea.
Chris,
Couldn't hurt.
You're still not hungry or thirsty, by the way.
Interesting.
I'm going
And
to
the
give
the
Chris...
stone is still orbiting around my head.
It's now built up speed.
Can I
Ready. The
can I try and
cannons.
grab the stone and take it out of and like not have it orbit?
If you try to put it away, it reorbits.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like as long as you're attuned to it, it orbits your head.
Oh. Well, all
And
right.
I give Pris food and water anyways. Or offer
Not
it to
very.
them.
I'm not very
Well,
hungry.
That's
I mean, I
true.
know-
You should eat something though, because you don't know if like once the magic stops, whether all of the days of not eating and drinking is going to catch up to you immediately.
Yeah, or you could also just feel like you're not hungry and then just die in the middle of the way.
I mean, I feel pretty full.
And you have to keep eating
But-
for every meal you
If I
eat.
say
Yeah, I
pretty
just said
please,
that.
will you at least eat like a slice of bread?
Or a mushroom.
I mean, I'll like nibble on a bread and
A
drink like
mushroom or a piece of bread.
a piece of bread,
Just
And, like,
checking.
just a sip of water to sort of
Needing some-
lubricate my throat.
Look, you think you can avoid all my magical effects, but I have plans for you. Enjoy your bread.
Oh no, the bread has been poisoned!
Saving
Oh no!
That's not ominous at all.
Bread.
Yeah.
I don't.
Alright.
Oh, I
Pris
just
is
pressed that.
Pris is force-fed by the party.
Oh, she nibbled on her own accord.
Fair.
I mean, just a little nibble.
bit of minor peer pressure was applied, and she buckled like wet paper.
Yep. Accurate.
I heard something about scouting the area for roughly 2 hours.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, don't freak out if I do this, but I'm just gonna do this. And suddenly there's a mastiff again. It seems to be rich again.
Really?
What a good guy, puppers.
Good little mastiff. All right, so we have 1 doggo and 3 adventurers.
Yeah. Obi's gonna see the doggo and do a running jump hug.
Oh no, this is the bite meter.
This is
This is the bite meter.
you roll 20 to bite Welby.
Yes.
Hang on.
He,
let me
he
grab some
protect,
roll
but also he
benches for
attack.
this.
Oh dear.
God.
Oh no.
So that is 1d6 plus 1.
And that's how Welby died.
I mean, you always ask permission before petting a dog. I'm telling this to Twitch and my players.
So
moral
what
is-
kind of crit rolls are you using? Simply doubling the dice?
Double the dice, not the modifier.
Okay,
Did you
then
roll
that is
that
9
20?
points of damage, but I would like it. Strength saving throw from you, please.
You say strength
Uh,
save?
Is it a strength save at disadvantage because he's a size category smaller than you are?
I believe it must have... Damn, Jesus, that's a medium beast, what the fuck?
Yep.
I don't know, it says that if the target is a creature, it must succeed on DC
Okay,
11
just a
strength
regular trip.
save. It's just a regular go and fuck yourself.
Welby
What the
strength
fuck?
save.
That doggo is not so small after all.
So strength?
Yep.
Strength, please.
Oh, that's a 19 total.
You do not go prone as Kay kind of bites you. Just.
Hi!
Bad doggy.
Well, maybe I think the dog, the Kai dog, is still Kai. And remember, we talked about
Yeah.
meeting Kai where they are. Maybe.
Why is Kai a doggy?
I've learned to not ask too many questions, because then I would have the existential dread of saying, how do I suddenly have magic powers? Why now? Why how?
Don't doggies like pets and treats?
I mean, dogs do, but Kai, that dog is still Kai.
Bobby's gonna offer the doggo a treat. Can I treat doggy?
I'm gonna start walking into the woods.
Smart. Very smart. Distance yourself from this.
this can only go one way, and that's not the way.
My dog mom's heart is hurting.
It's fine, it's fine. My wisdom save was successful. I will not bite
I was about to say, okay. The taste of blood in your mouth.
Does it apply when I'm a dog, though?
I mean, you still have your own mental faculties, right?
True.
And your template?
What? Yes.
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 Yes. Anywho,
So.
Ham is walking into the woods with all of this happening behind him.
I announce out loudly, I'm walking into the woods now. You're welcome to come. We're burning our 2 hours.
Kai strides next to you and begins sniffing for bodies.
Alright, Kai is sniffing for bodies. Is anyone else looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for I would be looking for places that people could have died either naturally or like cliffs, like when my friends Aliona fell down the cliff into the water. I'm looking for natural
Two
landmarks.
of your friends fell down a cliff. See, it's always Allie first. No one remembers the second girl.
Britta.
Thank you.
Bridget.
Bridget.
That was my third.
Your other best friend, Bridget.
You didn't know her name a second ago.
And Bridget had such a big crush on you two. That's fine.
Hey, Sam's a heartbreaker and a sunlight taker, casting spells and, living his best life.
Moving
Married
on.
to
Pris and Welby, are you also looking for things in the woods, or are you doing something entirely unrelated?
I would be going to where we had seen the will-o'-wisps before, and sort of trying to call out to them to see if I can feel their presence, or
Okay.
maybe playing a little bit of the song that we were playing for them earlier.
Nice.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, Wilby's going to the same area and start looking through the bushes to see if maybe they're hiding there.
Okay. So, you don't. First things first, Kai. You don't find any dead bodies that are at all fresh or anything. There's wild animals eat things and leave their bones lying around, so you find bits of dead bunny and pigeons that got eaten by hawks, and nothing humanoid or buried. The dead bunny's actually fairly tempting. Sam, though, and Pris, as you're walking around, the closer you get to where you saw those will-o'-wisps, you see parts of the woods that are raised hills. They have wooden hinges built on them. You see one placed around what appears to be a mushroom circle. And the closer you get to that point and the deeper you get into that forest, I mean, all of you have some level of spellcasting whatever part of you that you use when you cast spells, or whatever place you pull your power from, you haven't had it for very long, and some of you might be a little more focused on it than others, especially Kai being already in a beast shape. It feels a little off, a little unstable.
So that's
The
both
loop goes
arcane
slightly
and
out of tune.
divine. Oh.
Yeah, it goes not so much out of tune. It's just sometimes it's a little louder and sometimes it's a little quieter, and you have the feeling that you might not quite be able to control what happens at times.
Okay. Are there any bodies or any... So there's no bodies or anything like that. It's just the magic
No.
feels off.
No, there's, like I said, the magic feels off. There's these small wooden hinges,
And then a mushroom circle.
and the mushroom circle.
I'm absolutely going to avoid the mushroom circle at all
That's
costs.
Fair. I was about to ask Paris, because you probably read about this the most, but maybe Welby, because he read a lot of fairy tales. Roll me, I guess, a history check.
Oh, good. I'm actually really good at those.
I mean, you're a librarian, I assumed.
I am. You know what I would love to do is
Use an advantage you were bought in the first episode.
I do feel like I have I do have an advantage that I've never used.
Is this true?
I would love to use that at
Would
this
you
moment.
love to use that advantage someone bought you in the first episode?
I would love that.
Welby rolls.
That's much better.
A 15.
All
That's a 22.
right, so a 15 and a 22. Welby, with that 15, you at least recognize those hinges, because you read a lot of fairy tales. Those are usually built to mark places of like deep magic, fairy hills, things like that. Pris, with your 22, you go as far as to realize, especially that henge that seems to be not necessarily connected to like a hill or a circle. It has a little wooden carving on one of the horizontal slats. It probably denotes like a ley line. This place is very magical. And these henges are of the druidic tradition.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh, well then.
Oh well then.
Oh,
Welcome to Druid
boy.
Country.
Oh no. This is European.
What could possibly go wrong? In my
I know our fairy
Nordic,
tales,
Slavic
Anik.
mishmash of druidic traditions.
Sounds like a whole bunch of nope and get back on the road to me.
The dog just fucked off.
But are we though? Are we though?
Are you?
No.
Are we
smart? Are you? All right. Let us go around and tell people who we are and what we do, and say goodnight. Let's go the same way around we did the first time. So we'll start with Lady Dame.
Hi, I'm Jordan, aka the Lady Dame, and today I played Pris. Let's see what. You can find me everywhere on the internet at the Lady Dame. I am here. I am also going to be starting back up soon. With Descent into Avernus on the Gold Heart Gaming channel. I am also in a podcast that's going to be coming in January that's going to called The Watch of Black Glass, which is going to be a good old time. Here on this channel, there's also going to be the Extra Life show coming up on November 7th. On Mare Feather's channel, we're doing we're doing The Birds of Etios this Saturday,
Yep.
this Sunday, and next Monday on Eva Sarate's channel, we're doing 10 candles. So there's a lot that's coming. Just follow my Twitter and watch the retweets and stuff, because honestly, there's a whole heck of a lot. I also stream for funsies on my own channel. And my favorite part of this session was Kai turning into a mastiff. That was great.
All right. Thank you. And thank you, Mindy, for linking their Twitches.
Mercy buckets.
Mercy buckets. Bouquet residence. All right. Sorry. Kai, played by Swapper.
Yeah, Swapper can be found on Twitch under @GreatSimplicity. What am I doing currently? That's almost the question, but I will be appearing in the 10 Candles game on Eva's channel, which was mentioned. I will also be on the Extra Life thing we're doing on the Airport A channel with Anik, having a lovely talk, and a few awesome guests. Apart from that, I don't think I'm currently doing anything that you're allowed to know.
Well, you know, this is until December somewhere. Deep into December. Many weeks. What was your favorite part of tonight's game?
Thank you. My favorite part of tonight's game was the Harpy, whose name I've unfortunately forgotten, just viscerally tearing at the Dryad until she was stopped by Pris. Carmen. That was some good shit.
Nice. All right. Welby.
Yes, hello. I'm Wild Engineer at Wild Engineer on Twitter. Oh shoot, what am I supposed to be saying? Yeah, you can catch me here. And this Thursday you can catch me on Utopia, where I will be running a game of View Screen, which is a fun little, very RP heavy horror game where we'll be trying to escape a haunted house. What's next? What am I missing? Line?
Favorite part of tonight's game?
Right, favorite part of tonight's game. I want to say it's petting the doggo, but that didn't happen. So,
it was a valiant effort.
I'm going to say, I was just like, I don't know. I really liked towards the end how everyone was dealing with the bodies in the tree. You know.
All right. That brings us to Sam, played by Graham.
Hi, I played Samander today. Your lovely, wonderful cleric or wizard, I'm not sure. You can find me at GrahamCrackers1 on Twitter. Or you can find me on Fridays streaming on my own channel, twitch.tv/GrahamCrackers at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard till 10:30, where I play in the Goldshine investigations, like supernatural things, like Dungeons and Dragons, like talking chameleons that are giant. I do. So you can find me playing there. On Saturday, you can find me at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard playing on Stalwart Initiative, where I play in the Dark Matter campaign. We are reaching our close to our finale now, where we are defeating the evil Hand of Vecna.
Are you though?
Kind of?
Are you really?
There'll be a season 2 probably. But that's neither here nor there. You can find me, oh gosh, I had so many in my head, and then I've just like, oh, you can find me on October 30th on Friends Roll Dice, where I will be playing in a Monster of the Week game at, I believe it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, where we are raising money for RAIN, which is a super awesome fundraiser. Please check that out. You can also find me for Extra Life DMing in the wonderful game of Down the Rabbit Hole, where we throw adventurers in Wonderland and see what madness ensues. Outside of that, you can find me playing in the Floofy Outlaws game on Extra Life on Open for Adventure as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe.
All right.
1,000 pardons if I forgot things.
Okay, well, I'm sure if they follow you on one of your Twitters, you'll tell people what's supposed to be happening. I think that leaves me. My name is Anik. My Twitter is @Anixter. Let's see. I'm here on Wednesdays guiding these baby adventurers through what is currently the adventure of a lifetime. Whether or not that's cut short, tune in and find out. Coming Sunday, I will also be playing in the Birds of Edios one-shot on Merefeather's channel. It's going to be very exciting. I'm a Bird of Paradise monk. And, very important, I don't think it was mentioned, we're giving away a bunch of supplements. The people who made the fancy bird supplement, Potion Press, they also did Shore of Dreams, which is an adamantine best-selling module on DM's Guild. I've played it, it's amazing. They also did Warriors of Sehanin. We're giving away several copies of all of these modules and supplements if you're there in chat while we're playing this amazing game. Let's see, then on Monday and the Monday after, I will be running the 10 Candles game. I'm not a player, I am their facilitator. It's going to be spooky, and people were already crying during character creation, so I expect many good things out of my players once we get going. And then November 7th for the Extra Life, not only do I have our snark-filled talk show with Swapper and our guests, we'll be making one-shots in different systems in a time crunch using a random adventure generator. Swapper gets to build in 5th edition. I'm building either in Ryutama or Monster of the Week, and we'll see how those break down and how everything compares. But I will first be opening the Extra Life stream with a Corgi Death Zone one-shot where my players have to save a Corgi in order to save the world. Because someone, somewhere, gave a Corgi a deck of many things. What could possibly go right? So come join the chaos. Come find out. And if all of that's too overwhelming, tune in next week and we'll be repeating a lot of what the stuff we said here. All right. I think that's it. I think that's bedtime.
What was your favorite part? Because I missed that part as well.
My favorite part, but I loved all of it. I just really like your faces when I make the music creepy without anything bad actually happening. It's not like a particular moment, but I truly treasure the level of paranoia I fostered within you as players. I like it. All right. I will see you all next week. Good night, guys. Stretch, hydrate, pet your pets.